This is 4 poems I've written. Apocalypse. When named in the sun, sum total of all that God gave us to live for, these lives paid, by Jesus alone no grave. Did it happen to me, I became more than what I could have supposed to have been ever known, for being the one was no heroine yet, the man who God made, to have made me myself, embodied untruly, let himself do, yet he didn't what I have done, so become, but another so discover, it was long before left, down and up and down, to me to have beset the world with all its errors and mistakes, that of what godly baked hat could I have caught up in, whatever that I net, was all I could not ever have let on, who did this to me to have become what was blamed with the whole damn lot of the world's ills, because of some beast I have met, named and measured, the pasts of, to have had of the lessons, in how will their errors be accounted for yet, was by 4 horsemen best, unnamed in apocalyptic test, that now that I have, and am that I could, is that God granted me forgiving of whoever it was, were you to have fallen into, hearing me true, yet failing to, by knowing what I know is, that forgiveness is mine, and in Jesus and eternity I did not the word do, and yet Babylon unto. This one's called A Protracted Protection Racket. Protecting the protagonist was what we'd thank in this, and the prerogative to know that it is, was not the flow through this, but when the headache of the head honcho was not who to call, but who to forgive for his fall, then we will all want more, and it'll be no question at all whether corruption was worth it. We'll all say no, not at all, and when it gets out, what was going on about, the need to hide opiates stout, terror of forever was, and will humans ever connect stout, strong to what's on, and will the world count on what we had not to shout, for when in our elders was the pension to test sanity and health from, drug users fetched, or motherhood skills for what was it we all will, and strange ways of old minds shall be similar of kind, but of all our security there's an odd social net that was not yet set as the pensionable pest, and so in a protracted protection racket pensions were set, bent on naught but your own time, and the social is security find. The best pest rest. This is a pest that's related to pestilence on his horse. Which way we take life's every mistake will be how to feel, best no fake. So to hell with the rest, who wanted not the whole test, but to languish of animal, vegetable, mineral yet. For fears of their errors, pray let their fears rest, and for humanity's worth, let it not be to better every that another walked the way to discover, but just look up on at what is not yet, to find its work's worth is more energizing than rest, and some of us are who copied the fall to walk it out into recovery, sure that one day all life stays inside God's very fight, to be sure our compassion forgets not the reason we took on our animals, vegetable, mineral, dreaming into home's nest, was real of forgiveness in Jesus' name every test, between hell might fear yet and heaven's best. This one's called Fucked Up. Between money growing on trees and government funding feeds, there were no worthy knives lean, left behind in the seams of where stories in time meet, yet accused of the need to be less human indeed, in mind and to heed naught but benefit seeds of whatever they please, those who accused real need as being too deadly a weed. Will the differences we bleed be less what is real than the similitude in feed, by which we save the lives of the trees, and of dumb blame guns on money, What was true is not funny, but the joke will be real with who has the feel of being forgiven their steel. For it was not to peal with laughter unreal of the fears we all see, but within cannot believe, since life could not sustain that God-awful reigning in of valued dreams for the mind, which ought sustain the bind of lives gone by and no pies in no sky.